Okay, good guys. All of them are nice and snug. You want to make sure they're nice and tight because you don't want no intake leak. Alright, we got that done. Now, actually I can take my same 10 millimeter, but I'm going to have to switch over to a shallow for the ones in the back. And then we're going to go down here and tighten up these braces. And these braces keeps the intake from vibrating around.
This is because of the fact that there's only bolts on one side.
Yeah, so it keeps it from and it could crack or something. I don't know. A lot of times people just leave them out. I'm not one of them. I always put my bolts back. Alright, so okay, on the bottom one I think it's a 13 millimeter though. On this one down here is the bolt to tighten up that, and I think it's 13. Let's see. Down here. Okay. Yeah. And then we're going to tighten up those in the back. Alright? We'll be right back. Alright guys, we got that done. Now let's connect our throttle body right here. And push our safety tab in. I don't even know why they even got that. Then our map sensor goes over to here. Plugs up right to there. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we got this pipe right here to install. Now, what I'm going to do here is we're going to reuse the bottom gasket, this one. So what we're going to do here is, now notice it's got a little ring right there, so I know that side went to here. So what you're going to do is take you a small thin layer of gasket maker, just very thin guys, put it around there and on the other side. Very thin layer. It ain't gotta be much at all. Okay. Where the heck did I put that? Alright. Now I know this side goes to here, so we're gonna put that just like that. Take the bolts. Put them in. And these gaskets are made so the bolt goes in there and it actually holds the gasket into place. Okay, now we're going to take it, we're going to lower it down, we're going to put this part into the intake, then go down to here, line up the bolt holes, and try to start those bolts off by a couple threads so we don't get them cross threaded. If you want, don't worry about up here yet. If you want, what you can do is take your 8 millimeter swivel socket with a 2-foot long 1/4 inch driver extension. You can use that to help you get those bolts started. And it figures this side's gonna be up. You know what, let's go over here and start this one more. Alright. Dang, I almost dropped this thing down in the fender. Right, now let's try to get over here and get this one started. Now we can go over here, bring this side up, and get these screws started into there. Alright, now what you want to do, guys, is we're going to tighten up down here first. We're going to tighten these. Let's get this hose out the way. So we're going to tighten these up. And you want to bring it down till they stop, and then a little bit more. So just till it stops, and a little bit more. Alright, let's do our top half, and then you're going to go up and do the 2 screws at the top. Alright, let's get that done, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, that is great. Now before we even continue on, we got our 2 vacuum hoses down here. Let's get those hooked up. We got one right here, the little one, and then we got the bigger one. Alright, good. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, now we're going to continue on right here, and we got our top of our air cleaner. You got 2 little, I don't know what you want to call them. Whatever you want to call. What you want to call those, Evie?
Oh man, he put me on the spot.
Jehoshaphat. Okay, we'll go with wedges. And they fit down here into those 3 slots. So what you gotta do is fit those down. At the same time, put it onto the throttle body. The hose onto the throttle body. Put those down. Make sure they go in there. And then right here, you're just gonna push down, and they're gonna clip right into place.
Are they?
Well, we do have a new air filter. So this, I don't know what the heck, man. It's like what happened to a regular screw? Oh my goodness, man. Guys, I know you guys said, Tim, that's the real deal, because I have the same problem with my crummy Chrysler. There we go. There's one. Son of a biscuit. Ah, there we go. All right, let's get this hose, this breather hose over here. Hook this on. Get our air temperature sensor. Make sure we plug that up. All right, this little, whatever this is, put this over here. Snap that into place. Wipe it down. And then take your flat screwdriver and tighten up this clamp right there. All right, so let's get that clamp tightened up, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, it's time to install our new oil filter. We got us a Bosch. And what you want to do is take you some oil. Here. And then put it around the ring. Now you guys might be wondering why you do that. Because if it's dry, it's a good chance that when you go to tighten it, it'll bind up and crinkle and twist, cause you a leak. Now, guys, we'll just take this thing, tighten up that. Dang it, way back here. Now, I know a lot of oil change places and a lot of guys, they tell you to put the thing tighten it till it, and then turn it 3/4. A lot of times, guys, I've worked on people's cars and had to change the oil for some no known reason, whatever, to doing whatever job I'm doing, or an oil change, and this oil filter is loose. A few times we had people call us and it's leaking oil because the oil filter is loose. Siri, that's your phone.
That's your phone. Stop it with the social hour.
So, while my phone, guys, stop calling me doing work. So I don't listen to that. I don't listen to that to tighten up by hand. I tighten it up by hand, and then I get me a wrench or something, and I tighten it more. You do not need to blow your engine for some loose oil filter. That would suck. I mean, it'd be good for me, but it'd be bad for you. So I tighten it up by hand, then I take my wrench and I tighten it up more. Oh, guys, over $5, you're gonna blow your engine. Don't be crazy, guys. And I feel bad for a lot of guys because a lot of
How much do you tighten it?
I tighten up till it stops.
Oh.
You know, I don't go
A little bit more.
I don't even know until it's a little bit more. Either. I just tighten. The worst that can happen is it's over tightened, and the next guy who got to take it off has a hard time taking it off. That's the worst that can happen. Better than you losing your motor. All right, we got that done. I already tightened up the drain bolt. Let's get our oil and pour it in the engine. Yeah, buddy. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're going to be using the Castrol Synthetic Blend 10W30 motor oil. This car takes 5.5 quarts. So let's get this poured in, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, man, this is coming out good. All right, let's cover it up. Let's put our cover right here, and it's held on by two 10mm bolts. What the heck? Alright, and we got a clip right down here, over here, and then you gotta hold this thing in. Okay, let's see here. Okay, and then our other 10mm bolt goes up there. So let's get them on and get those tightened up. And we'll be right back. Alright, guys, we got our brand new mount. And remember, guys, just for the record, I wasn't going to change the mount. So, somebody made us. Alright, so what we're going to do here, guys, is, you know what? We can leave that right there. Let's go mount this. And this goes towards the car, and this goes over. So it goes just like that. So we're going to go put this, mount this in the car, just like that. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, we got our mount. Take our two bolts. Let's set it down right there. Put our bolts in by a couple threads. Now this one, we can tighten it up already. So, either it was a 16mm or 5/8, and I'm using a 16mm deep 3/8 drive with a 4-inch 3/8 drive extension, and I'm using my cordless impact. So let's tighten those two bolts up, and we'll be right back. Alright, guys, next thing we do is got this metal bracket right here, and it looks like the engine's shifted. We're going to have to jack this engine up, huh? Okay, and what we're going to do is start these bolts by hand, 3 16mm. Okay, then we got the two 13mm nuts. Start them off. And what we're going to do is just jack the engine up just a little bit more. Alright. And we're going to tighten these three up with the same setup. Now we can lower our engine down, and the mount will rest right up on the bracket. Will rest on the mount. Perfect. Let it down all the way. Switch over to a 13mm deep 3/8 drive, and tighten those two up. And then remember, we got this little ground strap right here, and the only thing that did was just push down on that. It's kind of stupid, you ask me.
That stays there? I mean, it actually stays in place?
Yeah, it actually stays in place. I don't know why they just didn't make it a hole. Yeah, and just put it on top of this, and, you know. Question said, it's good. We're good.
Too much.
Alright, the next thing we're going to do, guys, actually, we can, see if this is going to take our upper radiator hose. No. Our heater hose. So hook this to the bottom one. And then let's get us some needle nose pliers and bring this over here. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got that one on. Now let's hook our upper hose on. Let's bring that clamp in.
Whoa!
It's very funny. I shouldn't use it.
It's a miracle.
Yeah. Okay, what the heck is holding? Okay. The next thing we're going to do, guys, is take out the bolt right here. It's holding our expansion tank in, and the one right over here. And let's go grab our expansion tank. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, to make this easier, we got our hose right here. Let's hook our pliers. Pliers up to this clamp. And this is what I like about these pliers. If you ever get them hooked on, man, this is
Maybe you should take it off and put a regular clamp.
You know, I got a right mind to believe, to listen to Sylvia.
No, you don't.
But being, that's right, so being that I'm hard-headed, we're going to go with this clamp. Alright, so now. Son of a...
I'm not saying nothing. You know what needs to be done.
You know what? You know what, guys? Let's take this off and go get us a regular clamp.
That's a great idea you came up with.
Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, I put a regular clamp up there, and maybe I should have had you going to go to the side. Let's get this expansion.
You told me to come on this side.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it now.
Son of a biscuit, this clamp is not big enough. I get down to the last bit of the... Come on, just open up just a little bit more. If you're going to stock clamps, make sure you have all the sizes.
Yes, that ain't cheap.
Yeah. Okay. Now, let's see if let's make sure I didn't take that clamp out all the way. Okay. So let's turn our expansion tank to where it's going to be first. You drop the thing and
What's wrong?
the radiator cap. Alright, right about there. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and tighten this clamp right up. What the heck? Alright, let's tighten it up and we'll be right back. Alright guys, let's get our 13mm bolts. Put them in. And I'm going to be using a 13mm deep. My cordless impact. Man, we are almost done here. Tighten those two up. Next, put our little hose on over here. Careful with this because this housing is plastic. And then we got this little clip right here that's made for our... Wait a minute. Why does that look like it would go up under there? Watch, I break it now. Looking crazy in the face because I should have left it alone. Yeah, it does go under there. Alright, then let's hook this on. Keep that hose in place. Get our pliers, squeeze the clamp together. And then what you're going to do is grab you and I think it looks like a 10mm socket. Really? Alright. Looks like a 10. Let's see. And this is the bleeder screw. You got to open this up.
Snake.
Oh, we opened it up already before. But it's definitely not a 10 though. It's not an 8. That looks too big to be an 8. That's a 9. So it's probably a 3/8. 10 good. We're going to open it up. And then we're going to continue bleeding out the, filling up this antifreeze until we see antifreeze come out of here. And then the system will be completely bled. You want to make sure the car is level. So what we're going to do is let the car completely down now. Because you got to make sure the car is level to make sure it bleeds properly. Alright, let's do that and we'll be right back. Alright guys, yeah, there buddy, there it is. Okay, let's close this off. Let's tighten this up. That sucks. Get it done here. Oh, priceless. Tighten that up. Alright, let's close this off. And guys, let's get ready to start this car. I was anticipating a little noise when we started up, but we didn't touch the primary chain. So, but we still don't know, right? So, we might hear a little noise.
Plus, we did drain all the oil out.
Yeah. So let's get the key and find out how it sounds. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we got the keys. Get this antifreeze off over here. Yeah, boy. You want to do the honor civil or you want me to?
You can.
Okay, good. So if something explodes, you be up here with it.
That's nice.
Yeah, buddy. Alright guys, here we go. A shout out to Mechanic 007 Lynn, who was like, this is the most difficult part of doing a job. This is the most nerve-wracking, starting it up for the first time. Oh my goodness! Look at that! You know what? Just like I say every time a job comes out good, if I hit the mute button right now, you would never know this car was running. Actually, it's not. We inserted a video from another car, and this one just looks like it's running. Just sounds like it's running. Yeah, buddy. Man. Guys, you hear that car? Compared to how it was when it first started, what a deal, man. This thing came out great. Alright, guys. Let's go over there and check the gauges and all. Make sure no check engine lights and nothing are on. So we'll be right back. All right, guys, look at it. The RPM is kind of high. I kind of figured because the car's cold, but look how steady. It's like it's stuck. Like there's a problem with it. It's stuck. That's how smooth this car is running. All right, we go over here. This is the gas gauge, so it lets you know we got about a. Let me stop playing with you guys. Alright, and over here, we got the temperature. As you can see, it is cold. So what we're going to do is, now guys, what I'm going to do is let it warm up, let the temperature get up there, and make sure this idle comes down. Alright, so we're going to let it run for a little bit, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, it's been about 10 minutes or so. I don't know, something like that. We're almost at the quarter mark. And look at our RPM. Right at 700 RPM. This thing is idling. Great. Look at that. Yeah, buddy. Civvy is the coolest coworker I ever had.
True that.
Yeah, buddy. What's this for? What's this? What, oh, trip.
The mileage thing, probably.
Trip 6,000 miles. Man. Trip B 6,000. How do you reset that anyway?
Probably hold it down.
Let me see right. Yeah, buddy. Civvy wants this car. For her to know that, she wants this car.
No.
Man, guys, look at how clean this car is. I would love to cut on the radio, but you know how that goes.
Yeah.
I can cut it on and turn down to 0. Oh well. Yeah, we good. Alright guys, let's go out there and see how that engine's still running. Watch I close the door and the doors lock them. Son of a biscuit. Guys, look how that engine runs. Guys, you got to admit, that is smooth. Sylvia, that's smooth.
Yeah.